teach you a very beautiful poem written by the Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu. And the title of the poem is The Banker Sellers. So this is a very, very beautiful poem. Not only this, all her poems are very beautiful, like Palangin Barras, which is one of my personal favorites. Like all her poems are so beautiful with so much of colors, imageries and a high lyrical quality. And that's the reason why Mahatma Gandhi called her the Nightingale of India. Okay, so this poem is a perfect example for her musical verse. So you'll understand why I'm telling this, or why people call it a musical verse if you recite the poem loudly. Okay, you'll understand. Like unknowingly you will come into that rhythm. Okay, there is a rhythm, there is a musical quality for her, all her poems. Okay, yeah, so this poem here, it is actually the song of men who sell glass bangles at village fairs and in temple towns. Okay, yeah, and you can say that this poem is actually a celebration of Indian womanhood. Okay, or else we can say, if you read the poem you will understand it. Okay, like the colors, different colors of bangles in this poem symbolize the different stages in a woman's life. Okay, like different stages, like being a young maiden, then a bride, then a middle-aged woman, after that her old age. So all these different stages are connected with different colors of bangle. Okay, so the poem actually portrays, or the poem actually focuses on the different stages in the life of a woman, like of an Indian woman. Okay, so now I'll read the poem, I'll explain it line by line. This poem is quite important, so please listen. Be attentive. Okay, listen now. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light? Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. So see, from this first stanza we can understand that the speakers are the bangle sellers. Okay, that is a probable question. Okay, so speakers are the bangle sellers, and they are carrying their shining bangles to the temple fair. Okay, so here the shining loads, that word or that phrase stands for the bangles. Again, who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? So they are asking, or they are about to tell us about their about who all will be their customers. Okay, or for whom these bangles are meant for. Okay, so here again, that delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light. So all these words, it indicates, or those words indicate what? Bangles. Okay, delicate. Bangles are so delicate because they are glass bangles, they are bright. Okay, rainbow tinted, that is multicolored like the rainbow. Circles of light. So all these words stands for bangles. Okay, then lustrous tokens of radiant lives. That is, see, these are tokens, or these are symbols of what? Radiant lives, prosperous, happy lives. Okay, so here, according to our Indian culture, see, the bangles are associated with the prosperity and happiness. Understood? That's why here the bangle sellers, they are saying that these bangles, these are actually the symbols of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. So all these bangles are meant for, are supposed to be supposed to be sold to the happy daughters and happy wives. Okay, now we'll see the second stanza. Some are meet for a maiden's rest, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. See how beautiful the lines are. Like, if you have a little interest in poetry, or in songs, then certainly you'll understand this or you'll enjoy this. Okay, so here again in the second stanza, see, the bangle sellers, they are explaining like what color bangles are suitable for a maiden's wrist or the wrist of a young unmarried woman. So they say that silver and blue as the mountain mist, that is, see, silver and blue colored bangles which are like the color of mountain mist will suit a maiden's wrist. Okay, and again, some are flushed like the buds that dream. So okay, one thing you should understand is the silver and blue as a mountain mist. So see, this actually indicates the purity. Okay, a young maiden, she is supposed to be very pure, and the colors, that mountain mist, okay, all these symbolize the purity. Okay, so again, then okay, according to your text, it says that this suggests, that is the silver and blue, that color, it suggests the blooming beauty of her growing age. Okay, then again, some other bangles, they are colored, they have colors like the buds that dream. Okay, that is the buds, that the flower buds that are going to bloom on a woodland stream. Okay, on a woodland stream. And then again, again the bangle sellers, they are saying that some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. So that means what? See, some are like glowing flowers, and some others are like the clear dew drops. Okay, some are like the clear dew drops on newborn leaves. So how, think about that picture, try to imagine it. Okay, like those dew drops, how it will be when they are on newborn leaves, how it will look. Okay, like that image you should create in your mind. Okay, so then again, this bangle sellers, they are saying that, see, all these colorful bangles, like some are mist like silver and blue, some others have the colors of buds. Okay, and some are like flowers, and some like, so all these, some are like dew drops on a newborn leaf. So all these are suitable for a maiden's wrist or a young unmarried woman's wrist. Okay, understood. Next stanza. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So this stanza is also pretty important. So here in this stanza, the bangle sellers describe or tell us about those bangles which are suitable for a bride on her bridal morning. Okay, see that line, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. So that M-O-R-N, morn, here it stands for the morning. Okay, so they say some are like fields of sunlit corn. Understood? Like, imagine when the sunlight meets a field of corn, it will be like bright yellow. So he's saying that some of those bangles, they are like fields of sunlit corn. Their colors are like that of the fields of sunlit corn, that is yellow. Okay, they are yellow like the fields of corn, while some others are reddish yellow. Okay, some others are reddish yellow. See, that's what is the color of flame of her marriage fire. So imagine that color of marriage fire, what it will be? It will be reddish, right? So some are like the sunlit corn, that is, some bangles are bright yellow, some others are reddish, and some are reddish yellow. Okay, reddish yellow. Imagine that color of flame, fire. Then again, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Okay, that is, see, even some bangles are very rich. Okay, very rich with the color of her heart's desire. It is so red. and again tingling, luminous, tender and clear. So see, if we are really into the poem, we'll feel it, we'll be able to hear that sound, that tinkling sound. Okay, so these bangles, they are tingling. See, as I said, they are glass bangles, right? Yeah, then they are luminous, then they are tender, that is delicate, and they are very clear. Okay, and like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So that line is important, bridal laughter and bridal tear. You should understand the meaning there. Okay, that is see, a bride at the day of her marriage, she'll be very happy that she is entering into a new life. She is going to have her soulmate, so certainly she'll be happy. At the same time, she'll be so sad because she has to leave, right? She has to leave her parents, she has to leave her home, and like she has to move to some place or somewhere unknown. So certainly she'll be sad. So she'll be happy and sad at the same time. Understood? So that's what is meant by like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So see, on one hand she'll be so excited as she is getting married, she is entering into a new life, or she is stepping into a new life, and on the other hand she'll be sad as she has to leave her parents. Okay. Yeah. Then we'll see the next stanza. Some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. So now, again here in this stanza, the bangle sellers, they explain, okay, like what color bangles are suitable for the woman who have journeyed through, or the woman who has journeyed through life midway, that is, which are suitable for a middle-aged woman. So those colors are purple and gold flecked grey. Okay, that is some purple and gold colored bangles, or gold flecked grey bangles for the middle-aged woman. Okay, so see these bangles. Okay, these bangles are really suitable for a woman who has cherished, who has loved and blessed and cradled her son. Okay, cradled her sons and like, yeah, so she has gone through all these. Okay, in her life she has come through all these. Like, she got married, so soon after that she'll have kids. So she had she has done all her works, or she has completed all her responsibilities. She has taken care of her kids. Okay, she has cherished, or the women have cherished, then loved, and she has also blessed them, her kids. Okay, and what else? Now she is sitting by the side of her husband. Okay, and like she has completed all her responsibilities. A middle-aged woman, she has completed all her responsibilities. She was a very responsible wife. Okay, like now we can consider her as a successful wife or a successful mother. Okay, and she has traveled a long way through her life, and now for her, what the bangle sellers have, they have purple and gold flecked grey bangles. Okay, now she takes care of her household, and she sits her husband's side while worshipping. So she is sitting by her husband's side and she is worshipping God. Okay, so like that shows like how respectful she is. But in other way, if we consider this poem in another sense, we can say that through this poem, like they're okay, maybe at the time of the poet, maybe this certainly this will be the life of a woman, or like only like she's just confined to her household, or just she'll be just taking care of her husband, kids, doing all the households, like she'll not be thinking about herself. So a real epitome of love, nothing else to think, nothing else to do. But at present, like, see, some modern women or modern girls, they won't like this poem, I feel so, because see, this is not a life, or this is not the life that we wish to have, right? The modern woman or the modern girl or a real woman, right? We all wish to have, like, to have certain space for ourselves, huh? We want to enjoy, we want to work, we should work, and we should have an identity. Here, see, here at the end, like, she's sitting by the side of her husband, she's not thinking about herself, she has just completed all her responsibilities, but she has not done anything for her. That's it. So this is a beautiful poem. Anyway, I love it. Okay, so don't think too much about the theme and all, like what I said about the modern woman and all. I just shared, that's it. What you have to do is you have to read the poem thoroughly. You should know which all colors are associated with the different stages of life of a woman. It is important, and you should also know the, like, you should not forget the phrases like shining notes, rainbow tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens, delicate, bright. So these are all the descriptions. Okay, this is a way how the poet has described the bankers. So you should know that, the meanings you should know. Then what else? Yeah, then about bridal laughter and bridal tear, that line is also important. You should understand the meaning. Okay, and yeah, then about the middle-aged woman, what all she has done, okay, and now what she is doing. Understood? So all these things you should know. Then certainly you'll score full marks for this part. Okay, so that's it. Read the poem, and yeah, if there are some doubts, then certainly comment it. I'll try to answer. And yeah, that's all. Take care. Bye bye.